And let's see if Shaman Death Knight's any good. Time for a Helia draft. We got Shutter Block, which is probably a lot worse without Excavates. But the other cards are very bad too. So maybe we take it and see Grofin. I mean, Grofin or Geist. Once Upon a Time is great. Shockhopper and Puppeteer are both good too. Let's take the Once Upon a Time. I think I like having a Death Strike. Wish Upon a Star. Okay. Let's try to get the curve a bit cheaper. I remember this guy. Any reason? I guess we can Battle Cry there. There's some elemental synergy sometimes. There's a Grofin for us. That's a stupid card. Corpsicle. Fire, Frost, or Nature. I believe we'll get a Frost spell no matter what, but there are some bad DK Frost spells. I think we get a Frost spell only. Let's take the Corpsicle. Oh, wow. School Teacher is better than Hex. I forgot about this card. Where the Excavates go? 2 sets rotated out and 2 sets rotated in. So exclamation mark patch if you want to look at that. Guess I take a Threads here. I guess. Prison Breaker's probably okay, but let's take Travel Agent. 4 or 5, that gives us some value maybe. This card's kind of fun. That's a nice Shutter Block Battle Cry, sort of. They're all pretty bad. I'll take the 3-drop just to cycle through the deck. Probably could go double Frost, double Blood now. We lose out on like Mortician, I guess. We don't have a Mortician yet. Clergy's not the worst either. Alright, I'm gonna stay open. The card's good if, you know, if it's good. Death Rattles given to this minion trigger twice. I think I'll just take a Broker. Broker's not the worst. This card's pretty nasty. Okay, these are all awful. Let's take the 1. Command of Neptulon is back. Okay. Okay, these are all awful. Let's take the cheap Rush. I think I'm gonna take a wave. Is that stupid? Maybe it is. Okay, actually, I think I'll just take a Ward. Destroy a friendly minion and summon a 4/5 undead with Rush. Okay. Conductivity. Do I have any good conductivity targets? Barely. But maybe we'll find something. Hex. Amalgam's very good too. Let's just have a Hex. Firefly's kind of nice. Wish Upon a Star. Guess that's about it. Okay, let's go Siren Song. These are all horrible. Draw 2 minions for each that cost 5 or more. Get something. I barely have any. Alright, maybe I'll get another big minion or 2. Like Pop-Up Book. Let's take Pop-Up Book. Another Corpsicle. These are all bad. Wow, our Shaman DK doesn't look like our opponent's Shaman DKs. Unfortunately. Let's go Harbinger, and I guess we'll take this just for fun. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Coin the 2s into a 3 into a 4 seems okay.
What's your dream destination?
This card really costs 3?
Fire.
Why did I think this card costs 4?
Dream.
Could use that to make a 4/5. Is that better than using this? I'm not so sure. I mean, next turn I can play the 4, then I can go 3/2, and then Construct Quarter will be awake again. Good morning, Redbeard in chat. What's up, B-Bart? What's up, Mr. B-Bart?
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
I don't even have a Corpsicle yet. Kinda helps. New arena is up. The new arena is up as of this afternoon. Got off to a little bit of a late start because of technical issues for them, I guess. AK, thank you for your follow. A. Hey. Could play that. Could Corpsicle it. Cast Corpsicle, then turn it into a 4/5, maybe?
Pick me! Pick me!
Then I guess we taunt. What's new about Arena? New expansions. Well, old expansions that are in a rotation of the expansions. Scroll way below all the battlegrounds stuff.
Sink, swim, it's all the same.
I don't have a battle cry, and this is not a battle cry. This is just a mana thirst. I don't know if I even want to do it. I think I'd rather just play this. Greb, thank you for reaching the Old West board. Not good conductivity targets, but a good card. I'm gonna see if I can find a conductivity target. Okay, I got something much, much worse. Crystal Broker's not a battle cry? No. This is a mana thirst trigger. I love people. Rudy, I was thinking about you today. I went into the store. I went into the store today, and I rode my bike, and you know, I was looking for somewhere to lock it up, but there wasn't anywhere to lock it up. And there was this other guy, and he was on his bike. A little older than me, probably. 40, maybe. Maybe he could have been 30. Could have been 45, in that range. And he was looking too, and he couldn't find anywhere. So he like disassembled his bike and left it outside. I just brought it inside and set it down. And I asked him, hey, is it cool if I leave this here? But since he was disassembling his bike, he was like taking off the seat. I don't know, so people wouldn't steal it and things like that. Oh yeah, let's go. I'm waiting in line, and there were 2 lines, and the guy I was waiting in line for, he went like another direction. He's like, okay, he helped the person in front of me, and then he went in another direction. Hold on a minute, this is going somewhere. Not anywhere interesting. So if you're waiting for that, don't worry. It's not, it's not coming. And then the other guy had come in on the bike, and he was in a different line. And then the lady's like, you know, okay, I'll help whoever's next. And I was like, well, I'm clearly next. And he's like, okay, that'll be me. And I'm like, what the hell? And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not in a rush. I'm not going to start an argument. And she kind of gave me a look like, well, you clearly were next. I was like, yeah, it's okay. Help him. Seems weird. But it seemed like a crazy person. So anyway, they took, you know, his name, and then they took my name. And then they were going to call appointments to help people. and they had like a little like free candy dish, and they had like free bottles of water, and I just I knew this guy was going to be a candy grabber. So I was kind of keeping an eye on him, and lo and behold, he went over to the candy dish, and he scooped up, you know, like 50 candies, and then had like a bottle of water, and then like kind of like, and he was crunching them real loud. And then he came back and like scooped up another handful of candies and put them in his pocket, and I'm like, oh man. So the whole time I was keeping my eye on him, and I wouldn't sit down until he sat down, because I don't know, he just seemed like he was up to no good. So he sat down, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down next to him so I can keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't go for more candy. And then it was like kind of a little bit of a wait. It was like 5 minutes maybe. And then he got up, and I heard him talking to the, he's like, how much longer of a wait is it gonna be? You know, and he's crunching his candy. And they're like, oh, you know, probably pretty soon. And he like sat back down, and I gave him like another like look. And anyway, the point is, I knew Rudy would have kept an eye on him too. Rudy would have known. This guy's a troublemaker. This guy's no good. And I thought Rudy would have been proud of me for keeping an eye on this bozo. And I think had he not picked up, he probably picked up on me, you know, observing him. He probably would have tried something even bolder. Just went 12. It's been a while. It feels good. I clock bozos. I was thinking Rudy probably would have clocked this bozo. That was my thought. It's usually 4 digits or 5, I guess, but some are like 13, 14 digits. Started 1 and 2 and I finished 12. You never know. Sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you just get some bad draws or some bad breaks, or you get hacked. Pretty wild here in the old Wild West. Hey, thanks again, Grev. Like I said, everybody who's doing Monopoly Go is earning us some extra cash, and I ain't got any qualms with that. Took it last time, and it worked out really well. Took it again this time.
Shiny, my shiny.
Ooh, I like this song. Scotty, you're going to repeat this year. Oh, probably not, let's be honest. The Kings probably are the heavy favorites for... I think we could all agree the Kings are the heavy favorites for Stanley Cup. No? Tell me it's true. We got another person, the Naked Monkey. That guy's flying the prosperity board. Avocado on toast or peanut butter? How about just regular butter? I'd rather have peanut butter on... I'd rather have peanut butter than avocado.
I hope this fits on the ship.
Heavy indeed. The Kings. Look, we've got we got rid of Pierre-Luc Dubois, the guy that single-handedly kind of cratered our chances last year.
Good to use, better to use.
Noob Stone, thank you for your follow, Noob Stone. I mean, this card is helping us kind of double dip on some corpses, which is cool. Curious, we don't eat that much peanut butter here. I don't eat much avocado toast or peanut butter. Genzi reaching the prosperity board. That guy. Oh, I don't know if Genzi's here right now. He may not be, but it does count all the high rollers, the people who roll with the 50 multipliers. It seems to take a little longer, like half a day. Like it'll go up in increments of like 7 or 8. So I know it must be counting those. I think we've gotten like close to $500 from people doing the high rolls, which is kind of crazy. Pretty nice. I need shutter block. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Just stunning.
I don't think I'm reaching 18. Hey, no worries, Mr. Gen Z. If you do, awesome. If you don't, still pretty awesome, man. Appreciate all the support over the years. Kindness. Peanut butter here. You do so many days sober, and desert toast just hits. You got any moisture in your mouth left after a piece of toast, I think you're doing it wrong. Or sorry, Gen Z, do you mean you don't think you're reaching age 18? I think you're gonna do it. You'll be okay. Lurkin, but I didn't know you were a Kings fan. Yeah, I'm an LA Kings fan. That's my #1 sports affiliation, I would say. I like the Dodgers too. I like the LA Rams, but I hate the Los Angeles Lakers. And you know, I kind of hate the Clippers too. Not as much as the Lakers. I would root for the Clippers over the Lakers. But I don't know. I always hated Chris Paul. I hate Kawhi Leonard. I hate James Harden. Steve Ballmer. Looks like Uncle Fester. If he gave me like 200 million, I'd probably change my tune on him a little.
Just stunning.
Concrete Cloud reached the Madrid Mord. I think that is the 18th board, isn't it? Or level 18? Always find new ways of low rolling the Scourge at least. Gotta respect Kobe? Oh yeah, I mean I respect basketball players, like, you know, in their profession. You know, I wasn't a Jordan fan growing up. I mean, I was just a kid. I'm not a LeBron fan, but I respect LeBron James. I respect Kobe Bryant. I'm not a Luka Doncic fan, but I respect Luka Doncic. Clippers are historically boring and underperformers. Harden is the worst. Completed it. You did great, Concrete. Thank you very much. Just every Scourge I have always dies to a lightning storm. I don't know how that's possible, but it seems to always be the case. I just don't get how that can always happen. Razzle Dazzle would have gotten much better stats, yeah. Would have. Well, mine wouldn't have, but most would. I'm gonna lose my Grow Fin, right? How does this work? His hand or mine? Oh, his hand first. Man, I want to use those. I also want to play this. This might kill him too. But I mean, this sets up lethal. I guess I could kind of hedge. And do something like this. Removes part of his board. And puts lethal in our hand and develops power this turn. But yeah, I rooted against the Lakers because growing up, as I always tell this story, but when growing up in LA, as a kid, I was a Spurs fan because I was a David Robinson fan. Long story short, I was a David Robinson fan. My brother and I collected basketball cards. And I was like, okay. He's like, you're gonna collect David Robinson. I'm like, okay. And everybody was a Michael Jordan fan. So as a kid, like, all my friends, they all wore Michael Jordan jerseys. Everybody rooted for the Bulls. And then Jordan retired. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, everybody was a Laker fan in LA. I'm like, wait, weren't you all Jordan fans? They're like, well, no, now we're Lakers fans. Now we're Kobe fans. Because they just won a championship. I was like, well, that doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem fair. Why do you get to just pick whatever team is winning and have that be the team you're a fan of? You never lose. He made a mistake there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess he's dead. Our opponent is dead, yeah. Not a real fan, that's what that is, Red. Lock them up. Konami Pizza. People are not a team's fan, they are a player's fan. Some people. Some people are only fans of the players who constantly win the championships. And it's like, well, that's convenient, I guess. But I guess there are some people that are just Redbeard fans because he's constantly winning the Arena Championship. So I guess that, you know, I can't be too mad about it. Everybody likes the Laker girls, though, do they? Basketball, I'm into the players more than the teams. Some players are just on OnlyFans. Or, what sport are we talking about?
What's your dream destination?
I'm not sure they can be called a fan if they do that. I mean, you can say they're a fan of the player, right?
What happened to no
And they can be a fan of the team while that player's on the team. Normalize not making your team your identity as a person. Yeah, that's probably good advice. But if I'm casually enjoying a basketball game on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening or whatever, I'm gonna root against the Lakers. But no, it doesn't really define me. Your top 3 favorite players of the last 5 years in the NBA? Probably Steph, Jokic, and I don't know, maybe Giannis. Who are my other choices? Maybe,
Sinjari. Anybody?
I mean, it was really fun to watch Ja Morant. Ant Edwards. Ant seems pretty cool. Maybe Ant Edwards. How often do they play in the NBA during the regular season? How many games? They play 82 games.
Where did I leave that panther?
Pick me! Pick me! Pick me! Pick me!
Need mana for that.
I need hockey to start. Still a month and a half. I'm excited for football season to start. American football. Or as I like to call it, hand egg, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited for football. I like football. I'm more excited for hockey, but I do like when the NFL starts. Gain 12 armor. Act like one jerkwad. I'll have no corpses.
I'll find the answer.
This song freaking rules.
Maggot!
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
4, 9. Use this one first. Wait, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
It's my turn.
Okay, alright.
Yado.
It's in my American textbook, it must be true. My dad loved, I mean, he probably still loves Walker, Texas Ranger. No offense, but you look like an Irish dude. I'm streaming from Ireland right now. I'm streaming from the Blarney Stone as we speak. Full offense taken. I'm from Eastern EU. I can confirm. It's true. They've got a statue. They've got a statue of the man. Irish built America. My people. Stinky, stinky. Drinky, drinky. Do I like this song?
Symptoms will be
Maybe not. Hopefully not destroy a random enemy minion.
impressive stunt.
Haven't seen that before.
Yeah, we heard this earlier. Shuffle though.
Who here can spell?
I remember because I quite like this tune.
Pick me, pick me.
The decks are so garbage, everything's gonna feel worse because the power level's way down. But my opponent's decks haven't looked very bad compared to what I've drafted through my first two. Much longer on your Go challenge? I can probably get to 11, but 18 will be hard in the time limit. I think 2 days, Spies. But you can, what's the word? Roll the 50 times multiplier die if you get a chance.
Yado.
Is there a real strat for Monopoly Go? I kept spamming the max multiplier. I think the smartest thing you can do in Monopoly Go is to increase your multiplier when you're 6 to 8 squares away from relevant tiles, because you're more likely to roll a 6, 7, or an 8. So if that can statistically land you on like a railroad, you should probably up your multiplier there. And then when a 6, 7, or an 8 lands you on like luxury tax or jail or anything like that, you should probably reduce your multiplier to as small as possible. Worst card in this deck? Ours? Razorgill? Neophyte? Early Broker? Clergy? Guard? Prescience, maybe? Hard to pick, there's so many choices.
See the Titan's glory.
This doesn't ramp you, so I can't do this next turn. It refreshes crystals. So it lets you spend more mana in one turn, but not increase your max amount of mana.
My dread shades crave blood.
Me have that for you.
Could convert it right now, but I can convert anything I play next turn. Although I do have to wait a while, right? So it's like, if I do it now, it'll be ready again sooner. Only 100 dice while programmed into it. and it goes in order. People have cracked it, so you could find the pattern. Oh, really?
Citadel stands strong.
Yeah, that's something we were talking about. I didn't know if it was like... if it actually adhered to the rules of probability or not. Man, I wish I had one more mana. The Rules of Probability. It's a book I'm writing. Rudy, would you like to purchase a copy? Sif, thank you for the 8 months of Prime as well. What a generous display of, well, generosity.
Shiny, my shiny.
Shiny, my shiny. Synthesize still in? I don't think so. I'm actually not sure.
Choose soon.
Do this? Or do I do this? I think either one's gonna result in a win. But if you shoot that and don't develop the 16/16 and then he heals, then you're in a really bad spot potentially. Whereas if he removes this entire board and he doesn't heal, you're probably still dramatically ahead. Love this song. Nice playlist today, Red. Thanks. These games feel better to watch than the last meta? In what way? I'm curious. I feel like there are fewer options, which is maybe good, because games were longer, it seems like so far, much longer, and like all like value centric. There's been a lot more tempo plays on both sides of the board, which makes things like Razzle Dazzle and Geist and Grofin like more problematic, I think. Because like there's just so much more tempo than everything else, but you don't have the value answers as often. Last meta was complete bullshit. You could die at any point. There was no being ahead or behind. Really, I felt behind all the time. Payoff cards, and then like have that be like a really fun and interesting and memorable run. You want to play with cool synergies and combos? Go play duels, you goon. I'm telling you, man, if they let you draft your deck at the start of duels, I think it probably might. I think it would have caught on. I think duels had a lot of things going for it. Able to draft Titans, I believe? No. Then you got 12 wins. That's true. I was the 12-win master last meta. Rank 1, 12 wins. I need to refill my water. You think I should do that now?
Toys are much more fun to break.
Toys are much more fun to break. Yeah, I mean, if it's not Reborn or Divine Shield, it's pretty good. I don't want to play off curve. I missed the 1v1 aspect of duels. Can you discover Titans? No, you can't discover Titans unless it's a card like, you know, whatever, the Mage Legendary Excavate, which gives you a random one. You can't discover them or randomly generate them. Just like you can't discover or generate triple rune cards, like you can't generate CNE, for example. Love you guys. Love you too, Rudy, as much as a man can. Love another man in his beloved Twitch chat in the great state of Oregon. Actually get to draw.
Next turn I'll start.
Okay, my problem with Zarimi is I have no dragons. How do I get more dragons? Scourge summoning a bunch of amalgams. Once Upon a Time summons 1 dragon. How many do I need? 8? Colossals? Yeah, Colossals are draftable and generatable and discoverable. Titans are not. These are good questions. These are the type of questions that demand answers.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Pick me! Pick me!
Speaking of... Whoa, wait a minute. That's 3 dragons. I only need 4 more. And I have a 5th in my deck guaranteed. Still not very likely, but... Am I born in Oregon? No, I was born in Southern California. I've moved here about 3 years ago. This is not on shuffle. Anybody else notice that? It's on shuffle, but it's not shuffling. Let's see. 1-5.
I'll find
Play
the
this one maybe.
Maggot! Maggot! It's my turn!
Questions?
Yeah, me have that!
For what reason? A lot of reasons. I was dating a lady that lived in Oregon. But we are no longer dating. I wanted out of California because rent's super high. Where I live, the weather was nice half the year, and then the other half it was 100 degrees or 115 degrees. I hated that. I liked the rain. Taxes are still high here, but they're lower than in California. So that was kind of nice. So taxes, relationships, weather. But now I don't really have a reason to be here. I mean, I could stream from, like, Wyoming or something. They don't tax booze? There's no sales tax in Oregon. Which is kind of nice. But you also can't buy a hard liquor or beer at, like, supermarkets or, like, a Target. And they're priced kind of higher. So, like, on booze, it's actually kind of the same price. Kind of interesting. But other things, especially buying online, if you're just buying stuff off of like eBay or Amazon, there's no sales tax when they ship to Oregon. Cali man, Oregon gal, not the most synergistic couple? Well, I mean, that's a pretty sweeping generalization. I don't think everybody everywhere is the same. People are very different. California has, what, 150 billion people? My vodka went down to $18.95 from $21.95. Not bad, not bad. That ain't bad at all. This is kind of bad for me. Gotta wait one more turn. Oh, that's kind of nice.
All's well that sun dwells.
Throw it all face. And then I don't have to eat a 2-4 to get this trade. I can eat a 0-1. Have you tried setting up a money laundering operation to save on taxes? No, I love paying taxes. Sometimes I just pay extra. Mega babe, dude. Mean lady couple works better than you think. True. Morning, Redbeard. How is the rotation? Do you feel a power drop? Yeah, it's definitely less powerful. Definitely. But I don't think that's necessarily that bad. I don't think that has to be that bad. Sucks. Rush.
Good to use, better to
Dragon?
wear.
Ooh, we've got to be the worst 8-drop.
Flourish under my care.
Let's still chuck it face. Man, it still feels like everybody just heals every turn they want whenever they're close to being dead. Except us, but our opponents. I gotta ask when you started talking about it. I want to get out of California also. How old are you? Where do you live? I mean, if you have a lot of money, or if... What is with this echo? Is this card causing echo? You know, if you don't have a lot of expenses, it can be very nice, but most people don't have that luxury.
My
You know?
grip tightens.
I'm gonna win big.
Just stunning.
Do I still shoot his face here? Or do I kill a minion? I guess I'll shoot his face, like, putting some pressure on him, right? I think. 39, LA South Bay Beach Cities. LA South Bay Beach Cities. That sounds expensive. That does. Friend of mine moved from Germany to California to get his PhD. Sounds pretty nice. Darn it. I like Manhattan Beach. I'm assuming like Manhattan Beach, maybe? Do people live in Venice Beach? There are no beaches in Ba Sing Se. Beaches? In Ba Sing Se? Is that a place?
Yard.
Come, be my pet.
What do I want? Cove is good. I guess Tide Pools is pretty good with Death Knight. Could play this one and look. Then I can go 3 and 1 next turn, maybe. It's kind of poo, huh? Pretty sure Avatar's in the top 10 TV shows of all time.
I hope this fits on the ship.
Well, that's not very good, actually.
Me have bad for you.
Guess I'm just doing it like that. Doesn't seem like this is gonna line up well. Maybe I'm coining that. They did a live action remake, which was okay. What's up, Zandy? Monitored suspicious user. Why do you think they're suspicious? Problem is if I play the 5, I can't coin the 7. 68's kind of nice. Yeah, let's just get this down. Reska's still in? Actually, Reska's not in anymore, huh? Did that show, man? It's hard to even tell what happened there. Oh, there it is. Good morning, guys. What's up, Black Horse? How do I clear the board here? I guess I don't, huh?
My grip tightens.
Hi, Red. Do you have fun? I do sometimes. Syndragosa? Yeah, Syndragosa's a lot worse than, Reska.
It's time to raise the stakes.
So I can play the 5. I guess I could double trade those two. Leave that up. Would I rather totem than forge? I'm not sure. Healing could be okay. But maybe I can have like a power spike next turn. Like play this, hex something, asphyxiate something, be back on the board. Fight on the Minestrone an hour ago. Rudy, you're a legend. They don't call him Minestrone Jones for nothing. Because he's a legend. Because that guy's a goddamn legend. Ping's there, trades there, buffs there, maybe?
Not on my watch.
Oh, I have 7 mana. I can go 3 and 4. How much does this cost? 2? Pretty good for next turn. Anybody see the new Alien movie? I saw it was cool. I've never seen a single Alien movie. Not Alien, not Aliens, nothing. I'm sorry. I think I would enjoy the first 2. Okay, that's not true. I saw Alien vs. Predator when I was like 16, probably. I remembered nothing of it, and I remember not liking it. So. Has anybody seen Smile? I got so scared when I saw it in theaters that I accidentally punched. Oh my god. Hopefully that's an exaggeration. The worst Alien movie. I would imagine that it's probably the worst Alien movie. The one that I saw. I was like 16. My friends and I really liked Predator. We liked Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I mean, we liked other movies too. But like a bunch of 16-year-old guys, they were like, "Oh, let's go watch Alien versus Predator." I was like, "Okay, sure. If you say so." Original's one of the best sci-fi horror movies ever made. Yeah, I get that. I should watch it. Probably scared me as a kid. I remember the aliens being very scary as a kid. I mean, I think the first one came out in the 70s, right? Late 70s, early 80s? Or did I make that up? Mid 80s? When did Alien release? 79. These movies came out, 5-10 years before I was born. Seen the video with a kid in a Predator suit saying, "I am the child Predator"? I have not. Wasn't too hard. I flinched at a few jump scenes. I think Smile 2 is coming out. I saw a lot of ads for Smile. I don't quite remember it. I play the 8. Do I play the 2 3s? Then I have to take a hit. I also can give it 3 attack, so I don't want to do that. Freeze is nice. Staff is cheap. Let's just do it like this. Maybe I can get some healing on the board. The trailer was so creepy for Smile. I can't remember. I don't see a lot of horror movies. They all look kind of interesting to me. They all look kind of exciting. And then I'm too scared. Well, it's not that I'm too scared. It's just I don't really want to go and watch like a scary movie by myself. If somebody else wants to watch it, then it can be fun. I'm almost done. I think I have 1 or 2, maybe 1 more episode of season 3 of Barry. Man, I am just loving this 8-episode season structure and only 30 minutes. I've found I've watched it a lot faster, a lot more content than something that's like 10 episodes and an hour long each. Feel like super motivated to like, oh, let me just put it on. I can watch one real fast. And then sometimes it ends and it's like, okay, I'll just watch 1 more. But it's like... You know, I guess, well, it's only 30 minutes. I can watch another one. So good with this. I can heal 18, but do I really need to do that? I guess I can play this.
Good to use, better to wear.
I mean, I could die to like a fireball.
All's well that sun wells.
Thank you to none other than Pushed Beyond, which show Barry, Barry. There's only 4 seasons. You're past the temple scene? Yeah, I got to the temple scene. It's a lot darker. I feel like it's been pretty dark the whole time. That's max level? Or do we go beyond? I believe that is beyond, Push. Thank you very much for taking the time. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I hope. I do hope that. Think we should put new in the title? Maybe we should. Looks like it takes a little jump there. Yeah, so I've been listening to the Prestige TV podcast with Sean Fennessy and Bill Hader. They didn't do season 1 or 2, but they've been talking about 3. So now that I'm almost done with 3, I started listening to them talking about it, and I like Bill Hader. He seems pretty interesting and pretty insightful about this stuff. I remember when he said well played when he rolled the 0 mana 10-12 on turn 6. One is just brilliant and hilarious, and 2 just absolutely enraging that he doesn't just stay with the Chechnyan babe or the you know, the lady outside of LA. My god. I mean, I get that that's the joke. But man, like, just, I mean, this is the life. Stay on the goat farm. Dying with 7 charges on the legendary location serves them right. Well, they were using it. They just kept giving it Divine Shield, so they weren't losing durability from attacks and from trading into minions and stuff. What serves him right is saying well played when he high rolled out of his mind the immediate turn after playing that 5-drop, and then proceeding to declare the game over in his estimation. Forge. Oh wait, we got the Shutter Block Growfin combo. Not sure if anybody asked you, but how are you finding the patch so far? Yeah, it's been okay. Feels more like how Hearthstone Arena has felt the majority of its existence. lower power level, more tempo, less kind of infinite value generation, but it's day one. People are trying out more classes probably. But it does seem like a dip in power level, which is okay. I mean, people oftentimes say, oh, it's less powerful or there's a dip in power level, and they think that's bad. I think it's just different, and you may prefer one or the other, and I may prefer more power. But today you can't really, you can't really. It's not fair to compare it to the last meta, because you don't really know what this meta is going to be like in the long term. Well, we had a 5-win run, we had a 6-win run. This deck is powerful, but it still feels a touch less powerful than what my opponents are doing, so it kind of feels like we have to navigate it in a certain way to eke out a couple extra wins here, which is, it's a good spot for Hearthstone and Arena to be in. NoHo Hank is my favorite. Send my wife that text image of him sending emoji version of himself with gulp on it a lot. Had a niche, so I don't know if anybody remembers that part. I kind of remember it. It does kind of feel like everything NoHo Hank does is like the best. I really don't think the show works without NoHo Hank, or if it does, it's substantially worse. He's just great. I don't know what my favorite. I'd have to go back because I'm kind of burning through it pretty quickly. I could see rewatching Barry too, or like watching a compilation of all the NoHo Hank scenes. But one that for sure was just great is when the police are interviewing him and he's talking about the Raven. Oh, good. It was so good.
Pick me!
That man is the man they call the Raven. Pretty cool name, right? The actor kills it, yeah. So naturally, like you would probably assume in the Prestige TV podcast where they're interviewing Bill Hader, they're like, oh yeah, we had planned, for him to just be in the pilot and kill him off, and they were like, me and the other writer or creator are like, oh no, we have to keep this guy, So he became a fully fledged character. Robane, thank you. Hello, how are you? Yeah, that whole scene where they're like talking about, what does it say? It's like, hey, can you translate this pin for us? It says the debt has been paid. Where would so they ask him another follow-up question. He's like, yeah, I think they give them out at Chechnyan banks when you repay your debt. That's so good. Fuck me, it's so funny. I hate the martial artist kid. Yeah, somebody here I think said that was like the best episode of TV. I don't know if I'm mistaken, if that's not the one they were referring to, or that's not what they said. I think somebody here said that, like, oh, that's the best one. I was like, is that one really that good though? It was okay. I mean, I don't know if they ever touch upon that. I don't really understand why she like acted and looked and behaved like a monster, and you don't have to spoil it for me if they come back to that. I was really confused. There's a lot of like kind of surreal, supernatural kind of imagery and moments in the show at odd times, and I think that actually really worked for the end of season 1, right? But I'm still kind of like definitely confused by that whole episode. Some love it, I hate it. It's super controversial. Which show? Barry? Yeah, I didn't love it or hate it. If they like expand upon that, I think I'm more interested to love it. I kind of like that there are kind of surreal moments in the show, or like sometimes things are just in Barry's head. And when you're done, we can revisit it. Okay, yeah. I figure I'll be done relatively soon, and yeah, you don't have to spoil it. Even if somebody came out and said like, hey, this is what happened, I'd be like, oh, that sucks, but it's not that big of a deal. I prefer to go into it without it. Henry Winkler saying things like, that's not the first of my students to be gunned down in the streets, and it won't be the last, is why I watched. He's great too, Henry Winkler. He's great in it. So what is the battle cry? Somebody Cantify. I don't get 3 of them if I do it that way, right? Giving the worst acting advice. Yeah, he's great. And then I think he's been great. Like he's acting great in season 3 when there's the big kind of dramatic shift. Kind of he's very subdued. Like all his deliveries are kind of like compact, and I feel like he's good. I also think, and I don't know, I don't want to get, okay, hold on. I don't want to get too controversial. I don't want to get myself in trouble. But I think in terms of like representing a large variety of like people and ethnicities and backgrounds, I think Barry does it so much better than a lot of modern shows, where it's like it doesn't feel forced and it doesn't take you out of the production ever. It's just like there are like so many interesting characters that are so varied in a lot of different ways. Is that fair to say? I was impressed with all the actors, yeah. But it doesn't feel like somebody has to be a certain anything. Man, woman, race, age. Like everybody's just kind of good. And it's like, I don't know. It feels like there's a lot more emphasis on putting out a good production as opposed to like meeting certain preconceived notions, I guess. I do appreciate that. So the one I just watched, again, not really spoilers, but had the dirt bike scene. I don't know if that's 7 or 6. I know it's not 8 of the season 3, where they chase him after Fuchs meets with them in the desert or whatever. Man, it was just wild. I'm not sure again if I loved it, but man, like cinematography and stuff like that was pretty nutso. Never seen an episode, but I heard the ending is kind of ass. How bad is it? Is spoiler free? How bad? I would be very surprised if I hated the ending, because it doesn't feel like a show that is necessarily building to a specific peak. So like Game of Thrones had a horrible ending because the whole time they're building towards a specific peak that they just kind of undervalued in the last couple seasons and then sped through just to be done with it, and as a result it was just a horrific mess. And maybe you know, Barry goes somewhere season 4, which I haven't seen yet, but it feels like it would be harder for it. Oh, like why is that taking so long? Feels like it would be kind of harder to completely drop the ball. I feel like I don't really care. Like I'm not rooting for anything. I'm not expecting anything. I also feel like they've done a good job of subverting expectations a lot of the time. So, okay, minor spoilers for Barry still, but I'll be vague, so it's not really like a spoiler. But the detective that's working with Fuchs, I got to the end of that episode at the hotel, and I was just like, what? Like, I think Barry says, what? And I'm like, right then, I think I simultaneously said, like, what is going on here? And then you go to the next episode, you're like, what the hell? The one before the Kung Fu guy? Alright, that works. Probably Barry's finale, it was right after the Succession finale. It was hard to separate them. Ah, okay. Good show with a bad ending. Like, Game of Thrones is tainted, right? Like, you always have to talk about how bad the last season was. And, in my opinion, the last 2 seasons, I think, are pretty unforgivable. In terms of, like, just quality, you know, TV. It's not quality TV anymore. Best finale? Dexter? Yeah, Dexter. I never watched Dexter, but I know everybody hates the finale. But I think Breaking Bad, I mean, I'm a Breaking Bad fanboy, but I think Breaking Bad's finale is, like, perfect. It, like, totally makes sense. Everything fits. It's got a wonderful shot with some incredible music playing. It's just, I don't know how you could have done it better. Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul? I can't remember the exact end of Better Call Saul, although I did watch it all. I kind of remember, but Better Call Saul to me always felt like a step down from Breaking Bad, but Breaking Bad is so good that Better Call Saul still has great moments. I just don't think it has the consistency of Breaking Bad. There are dips, and the highs aren't quite as high. Although that scene with Mike back in Boston, I think I've watched 100 times. Lost finale was the first show that ever pissed me off. Yeah, but the last couple seasons of Lost are so bad. Like, it's not just the last episode's bad and everything else is good. It's like, I remember suffering through the last couple of, like, seasons. Like, oh my god, what is this? We're in a temple. Why is a smoke monster back? But it's like not anything. It wasn't rewarding the first time. Why are we still doing this? And then, yeah, I kind of remember the finale being kind of a dud too. I think by the time I watched it, I knew the ending. It's a more subdued version, kind of a bit boring, but still really good. Better Call Saul, yeah. Was Arena not working yesterday? Yeah, it went down for a little bit. It was bugged, so they took it down, and then they fixed it, and then they put it back up, I think. 3 and 2? Yeah, a healing totem's kind of nice. If I can keep my coin and have an extra minion, I think I'd like that. Could coin out like a tide pools, but that doesn't seem very good here. Fire lens? Rain. Have you seen The Leftovers? First season was tough to get through. Season 2 and 3 are one of my favorite shows ever, and it landed the ending. I have not seen it, but people here, primarily a deformed poet, is a big fan. He always recommends it, but I've actually never seen it. I would probably enjoy it. I don't really know much of what it's about, but people speak highly enough of it that I think I would enjoy it. So do I keep the 7-1? I keep the 7-1.
Mistakes of the past.
Based on shows you like, maybe we have similar tastes, so I think you would be. Who knows? Yeah, maybe. I mean, if, like, I really, and maybe you guys disagree, I think if something's good, I genuinely tend to enjoy it. You know, that sounds self-explanatory or, like, you know, a little silly, but, like, a lot of people like shows that are bad. Like, Dreads loves The Witcher. And The Witcher was bad, I'm sorry. Witcher was really stupid. So, not actually good. I typically don't tend to like it. I like some shows that aren't that good. I love Prison Break. Prison Break Season 1, I think, is defensible. I'll just take a mystery choice. Okay, can I have the other thing back? Everybody has their guilty pleasures. Prison Break Season 1 and maybe even 2? Maybe it's just 1. I loved Season 1 of 24, but I rewatched 24 fairly recently. And like halfway through the season, he just saves his family. And then there's another 12 hours, because the season has to be 24 hours for some reason. There's another 12 hours of him saving his family again. He saves them twice in one day. It's so stupid. I wish I shot him instead of playing the 6. Why do they always heal? An asphyxiate, maybe? You watch the show Life? I don't recognize it immediately. Going up to 15. I have 15. Too much healing in this game? There's way too much healing, but found a way to fight through it. In Prison Break 1, where he breaks out of prison then goes back in to break out again. One is good, okay? One is actually pretty good. He got to choose his prison because it was a non-violent crime and he was a first-time offender. Is that a thing in real life? But isn't his brother in like the hardest prison in the world? Right? Like prison full of some real bad dudes. 9 wins? Yeah, 9's good. I'm gonna try to keep winning. Maybe they would have let them out if he just asked nicely. Apparently he makes all the rules. What else is another guilty pleasure TV show? I mean, some shows are, again, are worse than others or better than others. I like, you know, like The Office. I don't think The Office, the American Office, is all that bad. I haven't watched it in quite a bit. It's one of those shows I used to watch every, like, you know, year or two. Just throw The Office on. But I would always stop after, like, season 4 or 5. I have watched it in its entirety, and I thought it held up pretty well, actually, the last couple of years. It wasn't as good, but it was, like, you know, it was still tolerable. I do that with Breaking Bad. I try not to watch Breaking Bad too much. Like, I feel like I actually kind of make a concerted effort to not watch Breaking Bad too much. I've seen it once. I've probably seen it all the way through at least 3 times, maybe 4, but definitely not 5. And I feel like Breaking Bad actually kind of gets better every time I watch it. Big Bang Theory? I actually thought The Big Bang Theory wasn't that bad either. I didn't like it, but, you know, could have been worse. It was like, when there was when I lived in the apartment complex with a gym, I actually was going to the gym every day, and they had a couple TVs, and they were always on, and it was pretty much always on TBS. Sometimes it would be on Big Bang Theory for like 3 hours, and sometimes it would be on like Seinfeld. I just was too lazy, or if there wasn't like a sports game, or if somebody else was watching it, I'd put it on, and I'd kind of find myself like, oh yeah, it's kind of funny, and then I'd look around like, oh no. But the ladies on that show, particularly the lady with the glasses and the blonde hair, oh my goodness, she had a very nice figure from what I recall. And I felt like that was a nice draw of the show. Is that okay to say? Big Bang Theory grew on me? Yeah, I mean, that one I would say I can acknowledge. It's not a good show. But what it did exceptionally well. Put some attractive people on the screen, told some cheesy, easy jokes, and yeah, just put it on in the background. I don't understand people who don't like Seinfeld. I mean, if young people don't like Seinfeld, I kind of get it. It does feel very dated at times now, but I like Seinfeld. I'm old. Oh, that destroys it. It doesn't transform it. The laugh track that's so loud on Big Bang Theory. Yeah, growing up, you know, when I did, in the way I did, laugh tracks don't really bother me. They're just so common. A lot of times I don't really notice them. But for people who grew up without that ever, I can see that actually being... like half the time I don't even notice them. Me and Red are booba men. Dirty and I appreciate a nice figure. Big Bang Theory got much better with time. I scarcely watched it. The early episodes are kind of cringe. I'm watching this pirate show called Black Sails. Super great in only 4 seasons. I haven't seen that. I feel like I've heard of it. I don't know that one. Can we get a laugh track for this channel? I used to have a laugh track sound emote. Or a sound thing.
And serve your king. All life must end.
Or disconnects. We're never gonna disconnect again. Except maybe we will. Who knows? Hopefully not. We're never gonna lose again.
Be my pet.
And you know, I'm gonna be a pet. 2-mana dragon.
Need mana for that.
Nice comedy show without a laugh track is The Middle. Again, I've heard of The Middle, but I don't immediately place it. I like Taz. Taz is a nice lady. Here's a nice lady. Pardon me. Thought he was speaking to me. Okay, I'm gonna close the door because now my feet are getting cold. I like that sound Red makes. Sounds like Pirate Software's dad gargling gargling yogurt. I don't know what this is gonna do. Actually, the buff was okay too. But... the helmet's nice, but it could kill my 5/4.
My grip tightens.
What the shit just happened? Oh, he hexed that. So I can go 6. I can go 4-2. I can play the 5 and overload this turn. Maybe I just do that. I hate floating mana. I hate overloading, but I do get him all the way down to 29. 29's pretty good. Easy baited hex. We baited the hex. Don't mind that. Doesn't... I mean, we just have to get growth in for this, right? I'm so excited I can play these two, but I'm overloaded. Razor Gill. Let's see what's in here. No undead. I think I'm just gonna take the asphyxiate. Honestly, I'm gonna hold it. Sure. Alright, need Growfin. Give me Growfin. There's a good comedy with Ted Danza, Zach Galifianakis, Jason Schwartzman a while ago, and I wish it hadn't been cancelled. You know, I do like Jason Schwartzman. Could just hit those 3. Man, this card's so bad. It's like if I win 3 50-50s in a row, or I guess a 50-50, 60%er and then a 75%er, then I clear the board. It's like Flame Strike, but with 10 ways for it to fail, and it gains him life. Do you think the strongest class has changed much? Still seeing mostly DK Mage Shaman? I mean, I have no idea. I don't know. I probably haven't even played. I haven't played against a single Priest. I don't think I've played against a single Warlock. It'll probably take a few days before you really have any idea of what's like actually good. I don't know what I'm doing here.
My grip tightens.
Okay, I didn't love it, but this wasn't good. Quality wasn't good. Could have tempoed this out, just let him keep all of his board. I think he may fear the rat trap.
The Queen's power is beyond your comprehension.
But I think Mage, sorry, well, I think Mage, Shaman, DK are still going to be good. Primarily because they have Geist, Growfin, and Mage still just has a bunch of good cards. Tsunami, Slate Skater, Spell Coiler, Gaia.
Can't stand the cold. Enjoy your trip.
I think, well, this card is a 14-15, maybe a little better. Maybe a little worse. Kills more of my own board this way. Yeah, well, it'll take a little while, I think, before there's definitive. I think just having Growfin and Geist will carry those two classes. If you conductivity and Corpsicle there, do you get back the Corpsicle since you only have 6 corpses? You get 2 back, but not all 3. But since he had a, I mean, depending on what turn we're talking about. The turn he played the Elemental Invocation, you'd only get 2 back because one of them couldn't be targeted. One had elusive. It actually wouldn't shoot the elusive one. But if there's 3 minions on board and you have 6 corpses and you conductivity Corpsicle, you'll shoot 3 of them and get 2 back, and you'll go down to 0 corpses. I mean, while I've got nothing, it just seems like a thing to do. He needs to actually shoot to get the Corpsicle. How often does Arena go through a change-up? Every month or 2, probably. On average, probably like every 4 to 6 weeks. I mean, I don't really need to quality now.
Good to use, better to rent.
It's a little awkward because we don't have the Growfin. If I hit something like Sunflurry or Volpira, I'll probably have to do it, but I can hold this. What are the changes? Do exclamation mark patch if you want to read about them. Basically, 2 sets rotated in and 2 sets rotated out. Hope I draw a Hex here. Growfin. Well, that is a conundrum, ain't it? Can't take the hit. Means we have to quality. 3, 6, 9. Feels real bad. You didn't freeze my guy. This wouldn't be such a colossal problem. Gonna have board space for this.
Talk, little Death Knight.
Activate is gone and Dredge is back. Yeah. That's true. Maybe it's 85 spells. Okay, never mind. Can't destroy my board is what I was going to say. Can he burn me out? Pass Wisdom with another Molten Rune. Okay, I think I die if I pass the turn with 8/8s on board, right? 3, 6, 9, 12. I have to find some healing. That ever do anything? No. use that. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Probably dead, actually. We had Death Strike, we had Clergy. I would have used either one of them.
Hand is too full.
Shudder last. Yeah, you think I should have looked for 3 spells, maybe? If we're so sure we're gonna die, maybe we should have. Then what? How much mana do I have? 1. I would have 6. I could still cast any of the healing spells.
Can you feel the gift of the sun?
Okay, so he's at full health. Spell Coiler.
Oh, Francescain!
Got the Death Strike. I can't Conductivity Death Strike his guys. He bluffed lethal? I mean, he wasn't really buffing. He might have just had a bunch of burn spells and wanted to add cards to his hand to give him a turn for the following turn. Material minions? Yeah, we can. Do we really need 18 health while destroying our own board? Maybe.
Beware!
It's barrier, so it's not counter.
Talk, little Death Knight.
We could. Not so sure we should. Healing Totem matters. The 4 power matters. It didn't burn us out when we were at 12. I also have a Clergy in the deck.
Good to
And
use.
I have a Conductivity now for some potential actual use. Or 7, 10, 11, 15, 18, 21. Mighty Molten Runes? Let's cast 3. Let's cast 3. What if I get Sand Art Elemental? It could be lethal depending on where the rag goes. Doesn't seem like it'll be lethal anymore. Void Scripture. That's another ice barrier, right? I think we know that that's another ice barrier. I guess I want to play these, but I don't have that much space again. Can I heal? I can heal. What? Which one's heal? Just the priest one? Is the priest one is in?
Clever, aren't you?
Just having like 2 8/8s doesn't really matter.
What's your dream destination?
Spell damage, but that's an ice barrier, right? We know that. That's a battle cry. Destroy a minion. I don't have space for all this crap.
Talk,
Muck
little Death
pools.
Knight.
Things a 1. I don't know.
My grip tightens.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have played this. Just use those. I should have played this. What other battle cries? I have a terrible battle cry. Terrible battle cry. Still not great odds to even hit that. 4, 8, 9, 13. Hope you have a board clear. Board clear, full heal. Let's Gives us a little time to maybe try to find the clergy, which would be awesome. 11 cards left. Why is it always Volcano? Is that was the random one? Molten Rune? We've got 800 random spells. Guess some of them have to be good, right? Harkener has Taunt. Definitely want to hit that. Cry minion. Dude, why didn't the 1/1 die? I guess I could shoot my own. But then I don't have enough mana to play all my cards. That's right.
Your end is nigh. Beware!
Hands up my dice.
Okay, I mean, just looking for the clergy. How many does he get? 2? 3? He's kind of annoying. And what does this do? Reborn, summon a taunt? Uh-oh. I have board space for that. Positioning could probably be better to like split things with the...
Watch as I pull? Oh no.
Think about spell damage locations for the corpuscles. Yeah, my concern is more staying alive.
Time runs out on me. You win this one.
I'll take 11. Sometimes it's funny to look at the what's it called? Pokemon mobile card game? It's always BlueStacks. Yeah, BlueStacks is kind of scuzzy, and in order to stream some things on BlueStack, you have to make like your own overlays. You have to like cut it up and stuff because it's not really formatted to stream very well. Pokemon new mobile card game. Pokemon trading card game Pocket, video games and apps. Is the Pokemon TCG Pocket out yet? October 30th worldwide.
Come, be my pet.
This new app got a new trailer. Pokemon trading card
Lord of
announcement.
Skies, hear our plea.
Wow, that looks sick. Is it my turn? I need to shoot that? I'll look at it, for sure. Looks cool. I like the Pokemon. Is Rumble alive? I think Rumble is dead. Maybe we'll catch on like Rumble. I would expect the Pokemon game, which again I haven't seen it or played it, I would expect that to have more of a draw. Guess I could have hero powered and played this, at least killed that one. I expect that to have more of a draw than Rumble, but I actually don't really know. This Hearthstone had a guild feature like Rumble? Yeah, me too. What's the Pokemon game name? I don't know, I just searched Pokemon mobile card game. That might be the name of it. Give them 10 more years, the 20-year anniversary. Guilds. And they're going to reward us with 2 boards per year. We've heard you these last 20 years. We're going to make 2 boards a year now. Double the 10-year anniversary reward. But we used to get 3. Throw him into the Blizzard prison. Do the painting? Okay. I'm going to paint you, Grev, okay? Yep. Grev, nice beard. Nice candle you got on the top of your stinking head.
What's your dream destination?
I want to play that. Does this work? I don't know, but I'm not taking 8 billion, and that's kind of nice. I could actually ping something with my face. That could be okay, too.
Welcome to the crew.
Uncanny resemblance. Just put new boards into cash. I wouldn't mind that, honestly. I know other people probably would, but I mean, fine. I wish they would bring back the boards, the old boards into Arena. I guess that's probably not possible because like only the sets that are in can be in, but if you're not going to make new boards, you should invest in the infrastructure to utilize the old boards, I would think. Maybe that's my problem. I spend too much time thinking. That's where the Hearthstone philosophy differs from my approach. Already paid in BGs, to be fair. True. Wonder if that worked out for them. Twice the board and puns. Twice the puns. We will have 2 times the puns. Ooh, kind of rude. Kind of a bit rude there, huh? If I ever play Wish Upon a Star here, I get a trade, then I can eat it, and then I can trade. Or I can play this and I can eat this before he hexes it. Maybe that's better. I'm not so sure that it is. This is annoying, man. Healing Totem looks okay, though. Taunt Totem, not so good. Get this 12 already for the YouTube. I'm gonna try. 11's still pretty good, though. Don't think we're favored right now, but he doesn't have an AoE for this. This is a pretty insane wish. He's got some fish. He's got some Gafilka fish. Better against buy one, get one? Yeah, for sure. Any of the single target removals, Hex, buy one, get one, Reverberate. I think Reverberate might have rotated out, I'm not sure. I like people. Who's your favorite person, Rudy? And who's your least favorite person? Don't love that. If he's taking a free kill, then he's killing a small minion. If he's killing that, then at least this guy's off the board. We can always kill the taunt. He hits there, he can double trade. Hits there, I guess he can double fish. Oh, fish boy. I mean, I really need Growfin as usual. I liked when they released the challenges against NPCs, whatever they were called. Feels like it's been years since they've done that. Yeah, the solo adventures, those are cool. I think that stuff was really well done. I think it's what everybody was hoping Mercenaries was going to be. A more fleshed out version of that Slay the Spire style. Transform that mother effer into a stinking jellyfish. You know what? Gonna get the totem off the board. Don't have him destroy my thing. Don't have him have an easier time clearing the 3/1. I will get 3 discounted spells if the opportunity presents itself. Got 1 rush, got 1 poison. The rush takes out the 6/4, which is annoying. Or the 7/8. Oh no, he can't kill the 7/8. He can rip another one here. It's kind of interesting because if he plays the other one right now, he could kill the 7/8. He could rush them both in if he got another rush. Getting the Arthur's portrait by defeating the Lich King with all the classes felt rewarding. Yeah, I remember that. I don't know if I ever got it. It's kind of hard back in the day. He played this? Oh, okay. I guess if you know you're doing that, that's probably better than the other 7. Okay, well, we want a bunch of spells, right? It's an undead, that's pretty good. Get a Corpsicle. It would only really work if I freeze the poison. I think I'll take this. Ooh, anti-magic shell is pretty nice too. Death Strike is really good. Oh, I want them both. Okay, let's take anti-magic shell. And... Corpsicle? Just spend one, which means I can't play these. What if I play Ghoul's Night? Does that help me at all? Corpsicle's OP? Yeah, the problem is this poison, but... I kind of messed that up a little bit. I don't think I want to play that, because I'm going to have to play this first. I could have done the thing first. I guess I was losing that anyway to the poison. Maybe it doesn't matter. I wish I could have got the Death Strike and not the Corpsicle. But we did waste, not waste, we had to use a Corpsicle on turn 2 against the Overload discounting guy, so it's nice to pick another one up. I still play Slay the Spire a lot. I've been starting Monster Train again, man. Tearing it up in Monster Train lately. Slay the Spire 2 waiting room. Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's gonna be cool, too. Need spell power. I need Growfin. Growfin, play this. Then win, hopefully.
Time runs out on me.
A thirst beyond death.
Rush. Reborn.
A thirst beyond death.
What is this? Drawn by Nostalgic Gnome. The 1/1 freezing shitter, and then the 7. Interesting. Why would he not play the freeze there? Feels like a good freeze. Whoa, synergy with the mech shark. Oh wait, never mind. Sorry, I lied. Do I hit this one? Let's take his armor. Just hit him for a chunk anyway. So I thought it summoned a copy. I got excited. Oh, we already knew it was an undead. I'm 0-2. Well, time to win 12 in a row.
Ah, Skullomance. Now that takes me back.
Freezes my 6/8. Oh, he doesn't freeze my 6/8. Does he ever die here? I don't have board space to do these two. 6, 12, 16, 19, 22. I think it is lethal. 12, 16, 18, 22, 23, 24. Okay, 12 is the highest number of wins you can get. Okay, alright. Probably not the best time to have that happen. And we got a new meta, and maybe we can throw this bad boy up onto YouTube. New meta, new classes, everything is different. DK Shaman reigns supreme. I knew you could do it. I'm really glad we did it. Dreads went 12 in his only run today, and PJ also went 12.
12 wins. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you, Grev, for the 100 bits. We did it, guys. Bug encountered Redbeard with 12 wins. It's impossible. Shut down the game. Was there an arena secret added to any new secrets added? That's a good question. I'm actually not sure.